Hey guys, it's TheFrXion here, or Tiger Tank 12, however you want to call me, I don't really care. And today, we're back in World of Tanks. And actually, we're looking at the newly released, okay, it's been 3 days now, 9.16 patch update, which has actually brought some new things to the game, mainly UI overhauls and new tank. As you can see right there, the TheFrXion M42 57 alternative A2. I'm not sure if it's alt for alternative, but I think it is. And it's the very first Swedish tank in the game. As you can see right there, very prominent. The Swedish flag. My opinion, very nice flag. I like the flags with the crosses in the middle, you know, since I'm Swiss, we like the crosses all over the place. So, yeah. Just shows the background, historic background of Christianity. Just talking crap, but I think that's what all the crosses in the flags are about. So obviously, it's the very first Swedish tank. It's a tier 6 premium, and I'm gonna be making a video of this bad boy really soon. And you probably might be asking yourself, well, it's a French vehicle, right? I mean, look at the turret. French turret. Yeah, it's a French turret, but it's a Swedish hull, I think. And it looks really weird, and the gun depression is something not to look forward to because of the AMX turret. But it's very exciting to play, actually, and I enjoy it, and I'll make videos about that tank as soon as possible. Also, I'll be probably making best of premium tank series, or I'm going to continue the series for all the new premium tanks that I own: T44-100 Rheinmetall Scorpion G, T54 prototype, excuse me, and all the other American premium tanks that I picked up over the last 2 or 3 years. So, back on topic, back on track. We're on the M48, and we're going to be playing this bad boy right now, like in 2 or 3 minutes after I'm done with the introduction of this vehicle. Now, this is World of Tanks 101, so I'm going to be showing you guys some live gameplay and commentary regarding this vehicle. If you want to have an in-depth review of the M48 Patton, I have a what to expect video up online. There's a playlist for the entire series, and it should be somewhere in there. The tank did not change that much except for the outwards appearance. It now has a HD model, and if you compare it back to the days, I think I recorded that 2 years ago, it was still just SD model. So yeah, HD and SD, no big difference from that. It's not like the E5 where it got a major buff. It still has the same armor up front. If we're already at this point, I can tell you guys the characteristics right now. 177mm up front on the turret. Yeah, it's round, so there are some flat surfaces, but also some places where you can bounce off if you don't aim your gun correctly, and that is everywhere, like on the side if the turret is turned a little bit, or if you shoot like right here where there is no 90-degree angle or flat surface. You have a very, very prominent commander's hatch on top and a quite big tank. The profile of this vehicle is just as big as the E100. Well, okay, it's very close to the E100. E100 is a little bit bigger, but if you count the commander's hatch with the tank, it is very, very big. Hull armor up front is 153mm. It's not too bad, but it's also not that greatly angled. If you look at the lower plate right here, you have the viewports, which are weak spots on this tank. You have 76mm on the side and 36 on the rear, and I think on the turret it's quite similar if we check that real fast. Yeah, 76 and 38, no, 50 on the turret actually. So yeah, this tank is not that heavily armored, so don't expect this vehicle to be anywhere close to the E50M, but you'll still bounce certain shots and certain tiers. Like if you're going up against tier 8s, there is a possibility of you bouncing the shots if you face them correctly, or if you're angling your tank correctly. But this tank is not about the armor, no. The armor is just a little feature that was added in The gun is the real superstar here. This is a 105mm rifled gun. The M48, 268mm of pen with the APCR rounds, and I think 330 with the heat rounds. This bad boy is amazing with the gun, and also with the added gun depression that you have on this vehicle. I think it's about 10 degrees or 8 degrees. I know that the E5 has 8 degrees of gun depression, and this tank has a little bit more, I think, even, so I guess 9 or 10 degrees. And really shows this tank has amazing gun depression. Mobility wise, well, you're kind of stuck in an awkward situation, because you do have some of the most amazing traverse speed on your tracks with 62.52 degrees per second, but the problem that you're facing is that you only have mediocre speed of 45 kilometers per hour. So you'll be able, actually, well, you'll get to your position, just not as fast as other tier 10 medium tanks. For example, the Object 140 or the T62A, which have a bit more speed, or the Batcha with 60 kilometers. You'll never catch up with that guy. But you have amazing track traverse, so you can turn around real fast, just not run as fast as the Batcha, but you can turn around faster than the Batcha. Concealment, well, I do have a camo on it. You can also train it with your crew and all kinds of consumables and improved ventilation. Unfortunately, I do not have the skill, the concealment skill on all of my crew, so this tank would be like serious assassin. And the spotting on this tank is amazing with 457 meters view range. I think one of the highest at tier 10, or one of the highest view range in the game. So yeah, that is a lot about statistics. Let's see how this bad boy fares in matches. So, we're playing on the map Fjords, and we're in a tier 10 match with only one tier 9 actually, and a few tier 8s. Unlucky souls. You do not want to be a tier 8 in this kind of matchup. This is no fun at all. If you're a T44 or a IS-3, okay, IS-3 has at least a gun to be able to penetrate certain tanks, some medium tanks in this matchup. But if you're playing a, let's say, T44, and even the best is if it would be stock, and you're going up against the Gorilla, well, you most definitely do not have as much fun as the Gorilla on the other side. And you can hear the complaints from the light tank. Yeah, he got very unlucky. Tier 7. Well, if you're a tier 7 light tank, you can get up all the way into a tier 9, tier 10 match. That AMAX 1375. Yeah, he took the little straw there. And I'm gonna see, and I'm gonna try to get the tanks that are crossing over here. T44 right there did not have that much fun in this game. So the IS-7 actually is moving up. And we put a goat shot into the IS-7. E100 is crossing. IS-7 actually shot our tank and tracked us. Oh, there's another M48. I hope that this IS-7 will not actually move up. We do have a lot of gun depression, but the problem is right here we do not have that much gun depression to be able to engage that guy. And we are losing tanks up in the north. We have to take care of this IS-7 ASAP. Oh god. That's a bad shot. I wanted to track him there. We're getting flanked by E5 as well. This is a bad spot. Bad situation. Everything bad. Bad, bad, bad. Fall back. bounced off the top. Oh, our M48 just took the dip there. We have a Grille behind us, IS-7 behind us now, and a T-49 and the E-5. We have to kill this IS-7 now. If we don't kill him... There we go. IS-7 is down. We're losing the other flank as well. Shoot the lower plate of the E5. It's kind of too strong since I shot the upper plate, unfortunately. It's almost down, one more shot and he's done for. So that tank is gone. We have a M48 actually pushing us. There's the Grille back there. Put a nice shot into the T49. And I'm not sure, I do want to get this T49 just to be safe. Oh, and that is exactly what I was afraid of. And as I said, this tank actually does surprise you with the amount of armor from time to time. We're gonna try to actually lure this guy all the way over that our friends can shoot him, finish him off. IS-3 still looking at us. Let's see if he will change his stance. OP IS-3 armor. I wanted to track him in place right there so he couldn't run away. And our great reload time. Oh my god, look at that luck right there. There's a Grille 15 on the hill over there. We have to take him out. He got very unlucky with that one shot. He tracked us. Probably was in a lot of pressure right there to take me out. But I think that's gonna be the game. 4k damage, a lot of luck, I have to be honest there. The IS-7 that I was able to take out, that IS-7 that was very important, otherwise he would have flanked our entire side. Very aggressive IS-7, I have not seen a heavy tank play that position that aggressively before, or I do not see that a lot. Medium tanks yes, but heavy tanks not really. So we cleared out the middle part, and this was actually a big brawl between medium tanks and tank destroyers. The heavy tanks were trying to push around the corner over there. 3 dead tanks right there. Oh, no, 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 no. Don't get shot by the T-92, please. Oh, there we go. Dodge that bullet. 240 millimeters of pure hatred. Do not want to catch one of these rounds. So, 4,341 damage dealt. And I think we even have some spawning damage. Second in most experience, the T-44-100. Who had a nice game with, I think, all the spotting. He was able to pick up 3 kills, actually. Crazy. Must have been lightly armored vehicles, since I'm not sure if he could have taken out the U-100 with that gun. So yeah, we spotted quite a few tanks, spotting damage with the T-49, actually just 8 damage, but that's enough. So that was a very awkward situation that we were in. That IS-7 pushed that one spot that the other M48 and me did not expect him to push, so we were at an awkward angle, but we had the gun depression most of the time to shoot the tank. Well, okay, we had some troubles at the beginning with penning the IS-7 because the IS-7 just has amazing armor, so we had to get a shot at the lower plate or at the side of the tank. And unfortunately, the IS-7, well, luckily for him, he was able to get his lower plate and his pike and the side of his tracks all under that cover of that little ridge line. So yeah, that was definitely really close. So we're currently in an M48, and we're playing on the map Karelia. And one of the more important places on this map is the hill down there, but you do need medium tanks to get that. And unfortunately for me, I'm way too slow. That's why I'm going up north. Maybe this is a major misplay by me right now, because I expected the T-62A and the Object 140 to go to the hill, but they're still sitting in spawn. I do not know why they are still sitting in spawn. Yeah, this is very important if you're playing this map. If you're a medium tank and you're fast, you do need to seize that hill as soon as possible, because if you do not do that, your team might be in a lot of trouble. And I'm gonna be doing something fairly stupid or clever, it depends. Because if we can get shots at that guy moving up onto the hill, we can help out the other guys that are currently on the hill trying to battle it out. Unfortunately, the AMX 5120 just managed to roll in there, and we have lost our Leopard 1, but he is destroyed. He's been dealt with as well. So I'm gonna try to get a shot off at the Object 140. This tank actually has very, very good accuracy, as you can see right there, but you might get unlucky once or twice since, well, it's RNG. That's just, I mean, it just happens. If they spot him, we'll be able to get rear end shots at him. Unfortunately for us, he can pull back behind that rock. We just bounced that tank on the rear. That just happens. That round failed to connect to anything. Currently we're just in a sniper position trying to help out the guys on the hill, but we're not doing a lot right now. So I'm gonna try to push this 1-2 line. Actually, we have a Patton already pushing that 1-2 line. I could support him, or I could actually spot the middle part and maybe get that Object 140 that's still sitting there. My team managed to hold them off the hill, and as I say exactly those words, they're actually pushing the hill right now. But we do have some tanks on the hill, which is very important. I'm gonna try to light the tanks over here. They're trying to go, or they're sitting at the base. Tank destroyers. We're losing the hill right now. That is very, very bad. We track the Object 140, but we don't take him out. Somebody else does. Let's get out of here. Crossing the middle like that is kind of suicidal, to be fair. Now they're lacking ice, and I have to get to the hill as soon as possible. But if I run across the open again, we have to fall back, because they actually managed to overwhelm our troops, our guys on the other side. And my team decided to push this side, since most of the tanks have been dealt with. We really need these E3, this E3 right here, to fall back. I will try to hold the base. Now this as you can see right here, is actually was a misplay. I should have went down to the hill, but I didn't, because I expected my team to be able to hold the hill, or our medium tanks to get to the hill. And you always have to be careful in such situations. It's kind of a risk that you have to take, and sometimes you have to take the risk. But other times you have to play it safe, so you rather go with the big amount of tanks than sticking with 2 or 3 tanks. It always depends on the situation. Right here you can see we're in a awkward situation right now. This is really awkward because somebody needs to defend the base, but at the same time I'm also one of the healthiest tanks and one of the fastest tanks in our 4-man, 5-man squad now. But unfortunately E3, he left to go down the middle, which was, I'd say like this was fairly stupid. I mean, this E3 is gonna be pinned down now there. No way that somebody can actually get him out of there. The only thing I can do now is to support him. But I think this game is done for. Yeah, we misplayed that big time. I'm not gonna be able to shoot the Jag Panzer 100 or to penetrate it from this angle right here. We miss. Artillery doesn't. And there you can see the FE. Looks like they're all sitting on the hill. So awkward. This is actually the place where I have the most cover. But somebody needs to protect this artillery. Or just give them some lights. So yeah, this was kind of badly played. But it just proves your point that sometimes, some scenarios, well, you make mistakes. And I do not understand how that round bounced. I'm just gonna die now. And he actually just shot the artillery piece right there. Bounce of our turret. That's nice. Our T-92 is taking one with him to the grave. And I'm gonna be trying to get one more shot off at the... Oh, actually... Oh, we bounce off the grille. And he actually just double tracks us. What is this? What kind of nonsense is this? And we're dead. Yeah. Oh. I saw it too late. I actually wanted to accept it. Too bad. Yeah, well, there was a lot of unnecessary damage dealt because we were unable to push one flank or hold the other. I should have maybe went to the hill, yeah. Supported them on the hill a little bit more, and we should have been able to hold them off and then push the other side with a few tanks and rejoin forces maybe in the middle. But that rush down the middle, that was not very smart of me and of the E3 in the end. But yeah, as you could see, this tank, you were able to reposition fast enough. But still, if you were in a bad chat, you would have been on the other side of the map a lot faster. You would have been there in an instant almost. So that was kind of the problem that I faced. I was not fast enough with relocating. And as soon as I noticed my mistake, that they were not able to hold the other line. I was too slow to get back. And you could see that they were outnumbered quite fast. Fairly standard game, I would say. The enemy team played it very nicely. They held the one flank and waited for the push on the other side, and in the end they just decimated us with pure HP advantage, pretty much. Look at all the German tanks they had. Holy crap. Held the right positions, waited for the onslaught, fended it off, went into the offensive, and took care of us. Yeah. Well, that happens. That is Wall of Tanks, and one team sometimes gains the advantage, and the other one just cannot balance things out anymore. So yeah, we were defeated. So yeah, that's all I can say. I hope you guys enjoyed this little Wall of Tanks 1-on-1 on the M48 Patton. A lot of luck involved in both games, actually, on my side and on the enemy team. And I just mean, this tank is my favorite tier 10 medium tank. If it is the best tier 10 medium tank, well, I highly doubt it because of its big profile, the lack of armor. But the gun makes it quite special. The gun is the one thing that is one of the selling points for this tank. The problem is just sometimes the game just plays really weirdly and the gun goes all over the place. Like, the shots go all over the place, so as you could see in the second game and the first, some shots really went to places where they should not have went, at close distances. Especially that FV and the E5 that I shot at the lower plate. The shot kind of went high and went up to the middle section of the upper plate and the lower plate, which is like the strongest point on the E5, on the plate, on the hull armor. And on the FV, I actually managed to hit the lower plate and the angled part of the lower plate so that the shot did not go on the flat surface, but on the lower surface, so that it was redirected into the ground. And yeah, that was just unlucky, pretty much. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little gameplay live commentary. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys on the next one.